Hey guys, welcome back to the channel for another Wrath of Rakshasa construction update. Coming to you from Six Flags Great America, just outside of Chicago in Gurnee, Illinois. Please remember to hit that like and subscribe button, turn on those notifications, make sure you get all my video updates when they come out. I'm doing construction updates at least once a week. Sometimes you are getting 2 a week, so make sure you stay tuned as construction is really moving along now. And just a reminder that all footage is captured outside of the park, and Six Flags is a no drone zone, so please make sure you do not fly in or around the park without the proper permission. Jumping right into things, as you can see from the picture, even zoomed out, we have lots more track that has been added to the course, and they are working exactly how I expected them to work, which is the base of the drop goes in and then they build the drop up, and they will start adding pieces again to the lift hill, and they will finish that and meet together and complete the entire lift hill and a drop. As you can see, probably about 3 more pieces of track have been installed there on the drop, and we're just about to the vertical part of where the drop is. As you can see, there's no other supports have been added to add another piece to the lift hill yet, so they are still working on the drop. But they are doing work, and they are getting work done. For those of you that would notice, and there's been some other video updates out there. I know Marcus Lashak from WGN News sent the helicopter out there to get some footage last week. As you can see, the stairwells on both sides of the lift hill have now been installed up as far as they can go before they add any more pieces to the drop. So they are getting a lot of work done here. What is interesting to me to see is that there are still several footers on site that have not been poured with concrete yet. So I'm a little concerned on, obviously it's been very cold, so I think they're putting it off now because of the weather. We've been below zero the last several nights. Hopefully we're going to warm up a little bit here now and it won't impede the work too much. But when the camera pans over to the right a little, you're going to be able to see all the work going on too as well over by the station. It actually looks like it's taking place directly under where the station would be. There's a huge trench dug out. I'm not exactly sure what exactly that's for. Maybe that's the cue for how big it is. Maybe we're going to be walking underneath like that. It's really hard to say as of right now. You can kind of start seeing it pop out there before the camera moved over just slightly to the right of the picture there, as you can see there now. I did move the drone over a little more so you can get a better shot of that. I did not stay up too long because the winds were giving me issues today, along with the cold weather. You'll notice the camera's kind of shaky in today's video, and that's exactly why. It looks like they have an excavator there in the just to the left of the brake run there before it heads into the station that is moving dirt and getting stuff ready, so not sure what that could be about. And there are several workers down there working, as you can see. And again, apologize for the craziness of the drone, but like I said, I was getting high wind warnings, and obviously it's still very cold out. So I think this is the coldest weather that I have flown the drone in as of right now. It was 13 degrees when I put the drone up today. So, but you can see that large trench that was dug out underneath the station track. So not exactly sure what that exactly is going to be. For those of you know that this past weekend was No Coaster Con, they did announce that there's going to be extensive theming in the queue. Immersive theming was the word they used. That it will not use a locker system, that it's going to use a bin system that's similar to Yukon Striker at Canada's Wonderland, which is basically a conveyor system where you would put your articles in a bin that would then travel up and over the station and meet you on the other side once you completed your ride cycle. So that will be interesting. And there's a close-up, zoomed in still of the work you can see that they're doing there. So not exactly sure what that could be about, but I guess we will eventually find out. And you can still see some pieces of blue that are down there in the old Demon queue, so not exactly sure what those might be. Those actually could be the remaining braces for the stairs for the lift hill that they just brought out and laid there. Now here's an idea on where they are. So where I circled is where the track ends. And then these two large supports are the only thing that's left to be installed with the rest of the lift hill. Just to give you guys an idea. I'll pause that for a little bit so you can see before we get back to the video. So once they get the rest of the lift hill and the drop installed, and that's all taken care of, after that, their normal path that they follow for B&Ms is the course. So you'll see then the rise into the Immelman go up next, and then the dive loop, and so on. And don't forget, once we get past this part here, I think track work installation will go much faster. The pieces of the track tend to be a little bigger. So the pieces, when they put pieces up, it actually spans more area. So the elements tend to go up a little quicker. And you can see there's another excavator there that's digging out some stuff there as well off to the left of Demon Snacks. But lots of work going on, and it's good to know that they very cold weather didn't stop them from working the last several days. Now I'm sure that they had to take several breaks, that it did slow the work down, but work still continued, and that's what they do. They're used to this. If you remember the construction of Goliath, that was one of the coldest winters we ever had, and they continued to work through that. It did put them behind because they ended up having to take several breaks throughout the day because of how cold it was, but they did continue to work. So I didn't expect any of this weather to stop any progress. And I just wanted to get a quick look in the back from this angle, but I do fly the drone back there as well, so stay tuned for that at the end. I did post the picture from the drone shot on my Instagram. Several more pieces of track have been delivered, so that is definitely a good sign. So I would say we are pretty much on the same schedule that X Flight was on with their construction. If you remember, X Flight was topped off towards the end of January, and its first test run was, I believe, April 13th. So that is definitely a good sign. And you can see with all the work going on down by the station, they are getting everything else that needs to be installed is going to be installed. So all electrical is probably getting run right now and all that stuff. So once the coaster is completely put up, they can then do all the torquing that they need on all the bolts. And remember, no testing will be done on the ride until all the grouting is been put on the supports and cured. So let's jump to the back of the park, just to give you a quick look at the state of things back here and all of the new track pieces that have been installed. It was a cold day today, but it's, as you can see, not a cloud in the sky, so that's always good. And there is all of the new track that has been delivered. You can see several pieces of track have been delivered, several more supports. So we have a whole now an additional row, and then the beginning of another row of tracks pieces that have been laid out as well. So you can give you kind of idea on the pieces that they're working with right now, where they're coming from, where that crane is stationed. But that's going to do it for now. Please remember to hit that like and subscribe button, turn on those notifications, and I'll see you in the next video.